Hello friends and fashion lovers, welcome and welcome back. In this tutorial I'll be showing you how to stitch a pant without the side seam. It's a pajamas pant or a lounge wear. This can also be made into a short. To stitch this you will need 1 inch of elastic band by a few inches short of your desired waist. You will also need a fabric and your pattern made from the body measurement. The link will be in the description box, so do well to draft yours. My pattern has a 1.5 inch hemming allowance. Please ensure to add your seaming allowance. So assuming that you have drafted your pattern, please do well to cut out your pattern with your allocated seaming allowance. So I have my fabric placed right side facing. You want to cut out making sure that you have your pieces mirroring each other. Place your pattern on your fabric, pin to secure in place, and cut your fabric using your pattern. Don't forget to place your notches. Yes, your notches will help you to assemble your garment easily. After cutting, it's time to press the hem. Pressing the hem and the band might seem like an extra step, but trust me, it's worth it, especially when you're stitching for a young one. My hem has a 1.5 inch hemming allowance, so I'm folding ½ inch, then I fold over again by 1 inch. My hemming is 1.5 inches as allocated initially, and I'm repeating the same thing for the second piece. When you're done ironing your hem, it's time to iron your band where your elastic will be encased. So as well, using your allocated seaming allowance, you want to fold it over and give it a good press. Just make sure that your fold over accommodates your elastic after stitching, and do same for the second piece. To stitch this, you are going to place it right side facing. So this will form your trouser legs. You place it right side facing with your notches as a guide. So pop in a couple of pins to have it in place. And when you're done, take it to your sewing machine and stitch. Make sure that you're using your allocated seaming allowance when stitching. After stitching, turn one of your pants leg right side out, and you're going to tuck it to the other one. So the one you turn right side out, you are going to tuck it into the second one that you haven't turned right side out. When tucked in, you will notice that the back is facing the back and the front is facing the front. At this point, you're going to match the inseam, pin in place, make your ironing marks also a guide for assembling this part. So you put a couple of pins to have it in place. Then you take to your sewing machine to stitch with your allocated seaming allowance. So after stitching, you would have it looking like a pant. Look at it, it's beginning to look like a pant. Go ahead and zigzag to conceal the raw edges. You want to finish that raw edges nicely. So now it's time that your pressing before stitching comes in very handy. So following your press mark or your ironed mark, go ahead and fold the waistband. You're going to fold over the waistband and you're going to pin it in place. And the hem of your pant, you want to put a couple of pins there just to secure it in place. Take to your sewing machine and stitch that neatly. When stitching your waistband, please leave 2-inch opening. Please leave 2-inch opening at the waistline when stitching. This 2-inch opening is for your elastic. You want to be able to thread your elastic into your waistband. So this is my own opening for my elastic. So I'm going to thread my elastic in. The length of your elastic is the waist circumference minus a few inches. It all depends on the stretchiness of the elastic. The watchword here is just comfort. Make sure it's comfortable for the child. I use safety pin to thread my own elastic. So when you're done threading your elastic, you are going to take to your sewing machine to stitch that and secure it in place. So that is what I'm doing right now. I use a zigzag stitch and go back and front. After that, close the opening. This is the part that when closing the opening, I like to pop in a ribbon. Adding the ribbon for me is just for easy identification of the back. So this step is totally optional. And we are done. Thank you for watching. And if this video is helpful in any way, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and see you in the next stitching tutorial. Bye for now.